Politicians are like those shiny toys you see in store windows. They look impressive. They smile. They wave. They promise you everything you ever dreamed of. But when you finally take them home, you realize they don't work the way they were advertised. They're basically puppets dancing around while someone else holds the strings. And here's the best part. You don't even get to see the puppeteer. Oh no, the real show happens backstage and you're stuck watching the same recycled act every 4 years like some poor sap who keeps paying to see the same magician pull the same rabbit out of the same hat. The people with the real power aren't standing on a debate stage sweating under TV lights. They're sitting in private boardrooms, country clubs, and smoke-filled back rooms where they don't have to worry about approval ratings or bad press. These are the folks who actually call the shots. The billionaires, the lobbyists, the corporations. And they love that you're too busy arguing about which candidate smiled more in a debate to notice they've been picking your pocket the entire time. And these politicians, boy, they really play their part well. They'll shake hands, kiss babies, and act like they actually care about you. You'll see them eating pancakes at a diner, like it's the first time they've ever touched food that wasn't served on fine china. They put on these flannel shirts like they're just regular people. Except you know the only time they've been in a hardware store was when they got lost on their way to the golf course. And yet, every election, people by the act, they think, this one's different. This one really cares about me. But let me tell you, they don't care about you. They care about the people who write the checks. Because in politics, money isn't just speech. It's the entire damn script. The whole system is designed to make you think you have a choice. They give you 2 big shiny teams, one in red, one in blue, and tell you that everything depends on which team wins. But here's the punchline. Both teams work for the same owner. It's like a rigged wrestling match. They put on a great show, they pretend to fight, they throw each other around the ring. But at the end of the day, they're all going out for drinks together because the outcome was decided before you even bought a ticket. You're not voting for change. You're voting for which actor gets to deliver the same lines for the next 4 years. That's why, no matter who you vote for, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class keeps getting squeezed like an old tube of toothpaste. You know how they do it? They've mastered the art of distraction. While you're busy yelling at your neighbor about taxes or healthcare, or who said what about who, the real power players are quietly moving pieces around on a chessboard you don't even get to see. They pass laws filled with loopholes you could drive a truck through, but you won't hear about that on the news. No, the news will be talking about some meaningless scandal, like which politician's dog barked at a reporter, because that keeps you entertained while the important stuff happens behind the curtain. It's a magic trick. They wave one hand in front of your face while the other hand steals your wallet. And you clap like a seal because you think you just saw something amazing. And let's not forget the lobbyists. These guys are like professional Santa Clauses, except instead of bringing gifts, they bring giant bags of cash. They stroll into the halls of power with a smile and a checkbook. And suddenly laws get written that just happen to benefit the people who paid for them. It's a beautiful system, really. You don't need to bribe politicians in dark alleys anymore. You can do it legally in broad daylight and call it a campaign contributions. They even get a tax write-off for it. Meanwhile, you're working 2 jobs and still can't afford rent. But hey, at least your favorite politician gave a great speech about how much they care about the working class. The funniest part is how they convince you that your vote really matters. They tell you that every single ballot is sacred, like it's some holy relic that will change the course of history. But let me tell you, the game is rigged long before you even step into the voting booth. The candidates are handpicked by the same rich donors who own everything else. They're carefully vetted to make sure they won't rock the boat, and then they're packaged and sold to you like a new brand of toothpaste. This one has extra whitening power. This one fights cavities. It's all marketing. The only real difference between the candidates is the flavor of lies they tell. And while you're standing there, proudly wearing your little I voted sticker, thinking you've just done your civic duty, the real decisions are being made somewhere you'll never be invited to. You won't get a sticker for that, because if you saw what was really happening, you'd stop playing the game. That's why they keep you distracted with endless debates, partisan bickering, and fake outrage. It's like a never-ending reality show, and you're the audience laughing and crying while the producers rake in the money. Even when a politician actually wants to do something good, they can't. The system is set up to crush anyone who steps out of line. If you don't play by the rules of the big donors, you won't get funding, you won't get support, and you'll be out of the game before you even start. That's why every time someone comes along promising real change, they either disappear quietly or suddenly start sounding a whole lot like the people they were supposed to replace. It's not a coincidence. It's the system protecting itself, like an immune system fighting off a virus. Except in this case, the virus is honesty. And let's talk about the promises. Oh, the promises. Every election they come out with the same greatest hits album. We'll fix the economy, we'll end corruption, we'll bring jobs back. It's like listening to a band that's been playing the same songs for decades. You've heard it all before, and you know exactly how it ends. Nothing changes. The roads are still full of potholes. The schools are still underfunded, and the rich are still sipping champagne while you're counting pennies. But every time, you fall for it because they know exactly how to play on your hopes and fears. They don't need to deliver. They just need to keep you believing that maybe, just maybe, this time will be different. And while you're busy waiting for that miracle, the people with real power are laughing all the way to the bank. They don't care who wins an election, because no matter what, they win. They own the politicians, they own the media, they own the system. They've got the best seats in the House. And they didn't even have to pay for a ticket. You paid for it with your taxes. That's the joke. You fund the whole circle, and in return, you get a front row seat to watch your own wallet disappear. So the next time you see a politician on TV smiling and making big promises, remember this: you're not looking at a leader. You're looking at a very well-trained actor reading lines written by someone you'll never meet. The real decisions are being made by people you'll never see, in places you'll never go, and the only role you get to play in this grand production is that of the audience member who cheers, boos, and pays the bill at the end of the night. To them, laws are suggestions, taxes are optional, and consequences are for other people. They built a world where they can do whatever they want, and they've convinced you that their world doesn't even exist. You see glimpses of it in the news, in the lifestyles of the rich and famous. But you're told that if you just work hard enough, you can get there too. Spoiler alert, you can't. The ladder you're climbing doesn't actually reach the top. It just loops back around like a hamster wheel. And every time you get close to realizing that, they dangle a new distraction in front of you. A new scandal, a new celebrity feud, a new manufactured crisis. Anything to keep you from asking the one question that really matters: who benefits from this arrangement? Because the answer is always the same. It's the same small group of people, year after year, decade after decade. They don't care which party is in power, which policies get passed, or which slogans are trending. As long as you keep playing your role, they keep winning. It's the ultimate fixed game, and you don't even get a participation trophy. The irony of it all is that they've made you complicit in your own oppression. You enforce the rules on each other. You shame people who step out of line, you mock people who question the system, you vote for candidates who will continue the cycle. They don't need to control you directly because you've internalized the control. It's like a prison where the inmates build their own cells and argue about who gets the corner bunk. And the warden? He's sipping a cocktail somewhere far away, laughing at the whole thing. So when you hear someone talking about freedom, really listen to what they're saying. Are they talking about actual freedom, the kind where you have real power over your own life? Or are they just repeating slogans they've been taught since childhood? Because real freedom is messy. It's complicated. It doesn't fit neatly on a bumper sticker or in a campaign ad. And that's why you don't have it. The people in charge don't want you to have real freedom. They want you to have the illusion of freedom because illusions are easy to manage. Real freedom, that's dangerous, that's unpredictable, and they can't sell you a product to fix it. The truth is, you're free in all the ways that don't matter and controlled in all the ways that do. You can pick your favorite brand of soda, but you can't decide how your community's resources are allocated. You can choose which TV show to binge, but you can't stop a corporation from poisoning the river near your house. You can post your opinions online, but good luck getting anyone with actual power to read them. That's the balance they've struck. Just enough superficial freedom to keep you quiet, just enough illusion to keep you hopeful, while the real levers of power remain firmly out of your reach. And that's why the system never changes, no matter how many elections you hold, no matter how many promises are made. Because the people who benefit from the system are the ones who built it. They've got every exit blocked, every loophole sealed, every path to real change carefully monitored. It's a self-reinforcing machine, and you're the one providing the fuel. Your labor, your taxes, your attention. That's what keeps it running. And as long as you keep feeding it, it'll keep humming along, churning out just enough hope to keep you going while it quietly grinds you down. The punchline, the big cosmic joke, is that they don't even have to hide any of this. It's all right there in front of you. The signs are everywhere. The corruption, the hypocrisy, the blatant lies, they're not subtle about it. They don't need to be. Because they know most people won't see it. And the ones who do will be too overwhelmed to fight back. They've created a world where the truth is so obvious that it becomes invisible. You've been trained to look past it, to accept it as normal, to laugh it off as just the way things are. And that's the final twist of the knife. They've made you a willing participant in your own captivity. So when you hear the word of freedom, take a moment to really think about what it means. Not what they tell you it means, not what's printed on a poster or sung in a song, but what it actually means in your daily life. Because until you understand the difference between the illusion of freedom and the reality of control, you'll keep playing the same rigged game, cheering for the same fake choices, and wondering why nothing ever really changes.